Hello everybody, my name is Alexander Kozina, aka Kozibear, and I'd like to thank you for joining me this evening for another installment of Season 4 of Kozibear's Cooking. This is a limited run, 7-episode show that you can watch live on twitch.tv/CozyBearLive every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time between January 31st and March 13th. And if you miss one of my episodes live, don't you worry, I'll be uploading and publishing VODs of all my prior streams to YouTube every Saturday following their initial broadcast. For real this time, it was my birthday directly after the previous stream, and so the upload to YouTube got delayed by a day. This episode, though, will be on YouTube come Saturday. I have a great episode in store for you, so let's get this ball right and rolling. Tonight, if you've not seen the title of this stream already, we are going to be making Greg Miller's chicken wings. I'm a pretty big fan of Kinda Funny, the YouTube channel / entertainment company. Have been for a very long time. Was a fan of Greg Miller back in the day, back when he was on Podcast Beyond with the rest of the crew there. And of course, you'd have to imagine that I have seen every episode of Cooking with Greggy, the cooking show that Greg does, in which he takes you through how to make all sorts of various meals. Now, here's the thing, I do have to come clean about something. I did make Greg Miller's chicken wings on a previous episode of Kozibear's Cooking. I want to say many years ago. I think that might be a bit of a stretch, but it was years ago at this point. It was definitely during seasons 1 or 2 when the show wasn't perhaps as polished as it is now. And so I figured, you know what? It's been a while since I've done that recipe. I really enjoyed doing that recipe. It's good to have something reliable that I know will work, unlike the birthday cake, for example. And I have a couple of ideas towards the end of how I can make this particular recipe interesting, this particular recipe worthwhile. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's jump right into making this. Now, I made a point of taking a screen grab of the recipe on my phone so that we can just sort of pay along and, know what the recipe in store for us is without needing to kind of constantly watch the YouTube video in which he went over this. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start by reading the step-by-step wing instructions one by one. Number 1, preheat the oven to 435 degrees. We're going to do that in just a moment. I wanted to get to the intro stuff first. Whisk the eggs in another bowl. I usually do an egg for every pound of wings. Mix flour, panko, cayenne pepper, black pepper, and garlic powder in bowl. Use a cup of flour and a cup of panko, but use these spices to taste. You want to see them in the mix. Number 4, if you got full chicken wings, cut them at the joints and cut off the little thing no one eats. Number 5, get a baking sheet and cover it in parchment paper. Number 6, with one hand, put a wing in the egg bath and then drop it into the flour mixture. With the other hand, cover the wing in the mix and pack it tight. Shake off the excess mix and place on the parchment-lined baking sheet. Number 7, put it in the oven for 20 minutes at 435 degrees. It's during that point that we'll have ourselves a little Pokemon playing session. Step number 8, after the first 20 minutes, increase the temperature to 445 degrees, flip wings, and cook them another 20 minutes. Warm up your sauce, dealer's choice. That will make after the wings come out of the oven. In fact, you know what? Depending on how things go, we might actually even make those in place of our second like Pokemon thing. We'll think about it. We'll see how things go. Dealer's choice. When the final 20 minutes are up, pull the wings out and put them in a big old bowl. Toss them in the sauce. Wing ingredients. We are going to need ourselves 2 pounds of wings, 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs. I'm sorry, I need to move the stream out of the way. Cayenne pepper, black pepper, garlic powder, eggs, and wing sauce of your choosing. You know what? I've thought about it a little bit. I know what we're going to do. We're actually going to prepare the wing sauce first. I know it said you got to prepare the wing sauce towards the end, but in fact, let's actually take care of the wing sauce first because it says that I should actually keep the wing sauce chilled. So what we're going to do is prepare the wing sauce. We're going to then take a very quick break in which I'm going to run upstairs, put the wing sauce in the fridge, take the wings out of the fridge, set the oven to the appropriate temperature that it needs to be at, and then come back downstairs. Okay, So what kind of sauce are we making? Why, we are going to be making an Alabama white barbecue sauce. Here is what this particular recipe has to say. This was written by Linda on the website Southern Kiss. Alabama white barbecue sauce is a must for grilling season. The tangy goodness of mayonnaise combined with apple cider vinegar and spices enhances everything that it is put on. I know some of you are probably thinking, well, that's an interesting choice to go with a white sauce as opposed to, you know, something that's maybe a little bit more darker in coloration, but don't you worry, don't you worry. My mind works in fascinating and mysterious ways, and as the stream progresses, all secrets will be revealed. All mysteries will be uncovered, and we're going to have ourselves a good time. Okay, to make this real simple, we need 2 cups of mayonnaise, half a cup of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 2 teaspoons of ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 1 to 2 teaspoons of horseradish. Let's go ahead and, oh yeah, for the instructions, basically just combine them all in a bowl, cover and chill before serving. That's all there is to it. Okay, so what bowl should we use for this? You know what? Hold on, let's go ahead and let's bring in our top-down view. We're gonna go ahead and use this bowl right here. And let's see. I guess we should probably we'll just sort of go in order, seeing as how this is not a particularly complicated recipe. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with our mayo. I actually have a neat little toy that I can actually show off here. I actually created a top-down zoom, and so you now can have a better view of whatever it is that I'm doing on the kind of top-down side of things. As you can see, we have ourselves a nice jar of Hellmann's mayonnaise. It's not light, it's just the normal kind. This is the best mayonnaise by far. If anybody says otherwise, they are definitively wrong. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at just a little, I can't even come up with a proper word for it, but just the way it looks when it's just freshly opened. We're going to grab ourselves a measuring cup right here, and we need ourselves a spoon, which we have right here. I actually don't know. It's probably a little bit more than 2 cups, but I actually don't know with certainty. We are going to find out. Well, I think it might actually be 2 cups, or maybe a little bit less. I don't really know, to be totally honest. Let's see here. Hold on a sec. I don't want the spoon to become too dirty, but nothing to be done about that. Let's see. Yeah, we're a little bit off. It's definitely not going to be the whole jar, but it's a pretty hefty amount of it for sure. It's like there's definitely a spot where the mayonnaise didn't quite sink down completely. And so I think we have a little bit more room to put a little bit more in. Come on, just a little bit more. Okay, I think that should be enough. It's almost a little bit too much. I'm just going to remove a little bit off the top. Okay. I think that's enough mayonnaise. Let's go ahead and let's scrape it right in, right after I wipe my fingers a little bit. Here we go. Let me just check something real quick. I have both the stream chat and my recipe thing going on my phone, and so I just need to make sure that I, check both. Scrape up as much of this stuff as we can. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Oh, hold on. Just a little bit more on the other side. We didn't get around to. There we go. Definitely nothing from here on out that will be as dirty as this mayonnaise was. That's for sure. No way. No way, Jose. Okay. Got the mayonnaise taken care of. Let's return to my phone real quick. Okay. Next up, we're going to need our half a cup of apple cider vinegar. Also, let me real quick just put the thing back on this thing. Oh, there's a lot of mayonnaise that got on the sides. I don't want to create any more of a mess than we already have. There we go. Here we go. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take a piece of paper towel here, and I'm going to put this spoon on the paper towel temporarily. And also I'm going to put this thingy on it as well. And I'm going to put them... where's a good place I can put... I guess I can just... but I don't want the cutting board to get too dirtied. I'm going to put them all the way over here. There we go. Don't worry, I won't forget about them. Okay. Okay. Half a cup. Not that much in the grand scheme of things. Actually, you know what? Let me just... Seems like some sediment has fallen to the bottom of the apple cider. Let me just take a moment to mix it up. There we go. Okay. Go down low. Yeah, that's about half a cup. Surprisingly accurate, actually. Go ahead and we're gonna pour that in there. Let's see, what's next? 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. We're actually gonna freshly squeeze this. We actually have right over here a lemon squeezer with 2 lemons on them. One of them was pre-opened, so I figured I'd take advantage of this one first. We'll see if we can get enough juice out of it or not. Okay, it's about enough that we're going to be able to get out of that lemon. We have ourselves our measuring spoon right over here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to measure out 1. We're going to be careful not to get any seeds in there. There we go. Right off to the side. Number 2. Oh, seeds are almost about to encroach upon it. I'll remove this 1 seed. Yes, I can. I think we might actually have just enough for both of our tablespoons from this one lemon half, actually. And there we go. That's about 2. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, seeing as how we're not going to need it for the rest of the stream, I'm just going to put the lemon thingy over here to the side. I'm going to trust that I will remember not to accidentally knock it over because there's still a little bit of lemon juice in there. Okay, next up, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. I have a brand new bottle over here because there was one in my fridge, but it was a little bit on the old side. I don't know if it was like so really fresh or worth going with. Okay. Let's see. How do you open this thing? Come on. This is really weird. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Got the wrapping off. Somehow it didn't even want to go in the garbage, which is weird. It's like it has a mind of its own. Okay. I should probably... Hold on. Yeah, I should probably mix it up a little bit. At least there's some sediments at the bottom. Like with the apple cider vinegar. And there we go. Worcestershire sauce has been entered. Next up, 2 teaspoons of ground black pepper. I have right here a little thingy of black pepper that we can grind up. What we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to actually grind it into this bowl. We're going to use this bowl later on for the flour mixture that we're going to put on our wings. So it's okay if there's some lingering pepper residue in there. Let's see here. Get ourselves two teaspoons of the thing, which is a lot actually. There we go. Oh wait, that's actually only a half teaspoon. Whoops. You need a full teaspoon. Maybe I should use a spoon to help me out here. There we go. Teaspoon number 1. Probably not going to be enough for a second one, so I'm going to grind in some more. Okay, I think that's enough. Yeah, there we go. And that pepper over there will come in handy later when we make our thing for the wings. 1 teaspoon of salt. There we go. I was like, where's the salt? Salt should be obvious. There we go. Let's see here. 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and then 1 to 2 teaspoons of horseradish. Cayenne pepper is right here. Well, it just barely fits in. Although it's not a very... It's too snug of a fit, so I'm going to use the half teaspoon Hold on. Important text that I need to respond to. Okay, there we go. Taken care of. And there we go, number 2. Cayenne pepper is done, at least for now, but we will be using a little bit more of it later. Finally, here we go. The last ingredient, 1 to 2 teaspoons of horseradish. Now, here's the thing. I tried long and hard to get my hands on a jar of horseradish, but I had a lot of difficulty doing so. And so what I got is this little jar right here of Wolski prepared horseradish. So it's not just pure horseradish, not the kind of root that I can just chop off. It's the prepared kind. But what I was reading online is like, unless I'm making a very particular recipe where the horseradish in question needs to be like absolutely exactly what the recipe book says, otherwise the recipe won't come out right. Prepared horseradish, I can more or less use like a 1-to-1 ratio of this stuff. So let's go ahead, let's bring our... Ooh, it's a very distinctive smell. Yeah, we're gonna bring our camera back in, top-down camera. Gonna just wipe down a little bit of the cayenne pepper so the cayenne pepper doesn't seep into the rest of the prepared horseradish. The recipe says to use 1 to 2 teaspoons. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use 1.5, about. There we go, that's a half. It's another half. And that's our third. Okay, I think that's good enough. And so yeah, the ingredient recipes combined in a bowl, cover and chill before serving. I have a whisk over here, but I want to kind of reserve that for the eggs. I didn't bring down, I'm trying to remember if I brought down the hand blender. I don't think I did. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to try to mix this up to the best of my ability with my fork. Thankfully, I mean, all the ingredients are very liquidy, so it's very easy to do this. There's a few parts that seem a little bit chunky, but upon further inspection, it seems like they're less so. It's less so that they're chunky and more so that they might actually just be a little bit bubbly, in fact, which is nice. The camera doesn't do a very good job of picking it up, but there are like quite a few little micro specks of black pepper in the thing, which is totally fine. I'm not fearful of black pepper. Let me just, sorry to step away for a moment. I'm just going to take the scraper and use it to kind of scrape down some of the sides a little bit. We get a little bit of extra mayo in this, that won't hurt either. And yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good to me. Okay, that's taken care of. So what we're gonna do, as we previously discussed, is I'm gonna briefly run upstairs. I'm gonna cover this up, put it in the fridge. I'm gonna grab the chicken wings out of the fridge, bring them downstairs. Then I'm going to turn on the oven, and then we're gonna return here, and we will be good to go. Be right back. Your boy said he would be back, and lo and behold, I am back. I have my chicken wings ready to go. Let's go ahead and let's switch over to the chicken wing recipe. So, we preheated the oven to 435 degrees, or at least the oven is in the process of being preheated upstairs. We need to next whisk our eggs into a bowl. So, Greg says that I usually do an egg for every pound of wings. The recipe specifically calls for 2 pounds of wings. So you know what let's do? Before we do anything else, let's actually measure out the amount of wings that we have that we're going to be using, because I bought myself a huge, big-ass old thing of wings from Costco. Way more wings than we're probably going to need, I think. So what we're going to do is we are going to, just let me grab this thing real quick, use our digital scale to basically weigh out how many wings we got. And I realize right now, I'll probably want to use this one. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's bring our top-down camera in here. Behold, our wings. All from Costco, all nicely packaged. Let's see here. I guess we can just temporarily... Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll temporarily just move this out of the way. This is the 2 baking trays that will be baking the thingy in. And you know what? Because this will probably appreciate being refrigerated, we're going to actually refrigerate our mayonnaise and our horseradish. Seeing as how we don't need them anymore. There we go. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn on our digital scale. We're going to put our bowl on the digital scale, and we're going to hit the reset button. There we go. We are going to rip into our chicken wings with our pair of scissors. Open them up real good. There we go. And one by one, we're going to put these bad boys into our bowl. You'll see how fast we can get to 2 pounds. Oh, that's nice. The chicken wings are already cut so that we don't need to cut any of the extra bits off of them. That's good. Convenient. Certainly. The other half of the wings that we're not going to use, I'll probably freeze them, and I'll probably make them on another occasion. It's probably going to be what's most convenient for us. We also don't want to, complicate our recipe any more than we're already making it, as we learned from last time. Here we go. This is going to vary slightly. There we go. We got 2 pounds and 0.9 ounces. That's just about acceptable. You know what? Real quick. I mean, I'm going to be handling the chicken wings a lot. You know what? I know what we're going to do. Just grab this to kind of like shield our hand a little bit. I'm going to stuff the rest of these back in our little mobile cooler pack with our mayonnaise and horseradish. We'll properly seal it up later. Okay, so we got our 2 pounds of wings. Let's go ahead and let's refer back to our recipe over here. So yeah, usually do an egg for every pound of wings. We got ourselves 2 eggs. Rather 2 pounds of wings, so we should need just 2 eggs, but as a precaution, I did bring a total of 4 eggs to this stream. All right. Egg number 1. In the bowl. Perfecto. None of that egg white tomfoolery that we had last time. Egg number 2 in the bowl. Perfecto. None of that egg white tomfoolery that we had last time. Times 2. Okay, we need to whisk our eggs up. The fork... I do have a whisk over here, actually, which is originally what I was planning on using this for. I guess I might as well... Probably shouldn't... I'll reserve the whisk in case we need it for something more pressing, because it does take up a lot of space, and if I need to, you know, put it aside and ensure that it doesn't accidentally coat its juices with whatever, that might create a problem. Yeah, it looks like a lot of egg wash, but I have a sinking suspicion that we'll probably need to use a little bit more later on, but we won't... We'll assume for now that that's probably going to be fine. Okay. Eggs are prepared. Mix together flour, panko, cayenne pepper, black pepper, and garlic powder in a bowl. I use a cup of flour and a cup of panko, but use these spices to taste. You want to see them in the mix. All right, so we're just going to temporarily... Where are we going to put this? I don't want this to accidentally tip over, because that would be a real bitch to clean if that happened. Here we go. We'll mix this up in here. Okay. Or actually, you know what? I think it would actually make more sense if we were to do it in here, because I might actually use this bowl later on to help mix up the wings with our white barbecue sauce. All right. We're going to start with our all-purpose flour. And we are going to need ourselves 1 cup. I just realized something, and that something being that ahead of the stream, someone in my family apparently took one of our measuring cups and moved it back upstairs. Well, I'd rather not immediately run back up upstairs, especially after I did everything in my power to avoid that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some paper towel and I'm going to wipe down our cup, and we'll just keep going. It's not going to be perfect, but nothing in life is. Very few things are. There's a little bit of mayonnaise and apple cider residue in the wings. I mean, that's not a big deal because it's what they're going to be coated with at the end, right? Okay. We're going to start off with just the normal measurements for this part, which is just 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs, but it's not impossible. We might need to use more. There we go. We got our cup of flour in there. Next up, panko breadcrumbs. I definitely bought maybe a little bit too much panko breadcrumbs, if I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It's okay. Well, if I decide to make Greg Miller's chicken wing recipe with these on a later occasion, I can just use all this stuff for it again, right? we go. All right. Use a cup of flour and a cup of panko. Now here's where things get a little bit complicated. It says that we want to use our spices to taste, and you want to see them in the mix. Those spices being our cayenne pepper, our black pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. So ahead of doing this stream, I did a little bit of research to try and see, like, approximately how much of each spice I should use, because Greg Miller himself in the original video doesn't really go into like, oh, you should use, you know, around like 1 or 2 teaspoons or whatever. So I did my own independent research, and based on data culled from many recipes, the impression that I got is I kind of want to have 1 to 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper, black pepper, and garlic powder in this state. So let's go ahead and let's start with our cayenne pepper. In fact, you know what we're going to do? We're going to just start off with 1.5 teaspoons of each. There we go. Cayenne pepper done. Garlic powder, something we've not yet seen on tonight's cooking show. In fact, I think this might be the last new ingredient, actually, which is cool. And definitely very different from the last stream we did, where it felt like we were using new ingredients up until the final moment. It's a little tough to get what I need in here. All right, there we go. Got our half a teaspoon of garlic powder, our second half teaspoon, and our final half teaspoon. I like garlic powder a little bit, so I'm actually gonna put in a little bit more. Of course, we might put in a little bit more of each if we feel like we need a little bit more to taste. Okay. We have over here our bowl that mostly contains black pepper, but we also did put a little bit of excess salt in here, which was not my intention. In any case, we're going to go ahead and we're going to crack some more pepper in here. Oh, by the way, I should have done this earlier, but I forgot to do so. But I actually have a reference image for what Greg Miller's chicken wings looked like in his original video. You can see it in the upper left corner of the screen right over there. They look really good. Really, really good. But ours are going to look a little bit different. A little bit different. Okay. It's probably too much, but, you know, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing, as a wise man once said. Let's just put the cap on this thing for now. Also, before I forget, we're going to put the cap on the panko breadcrumbs for now. And right, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to measure ourselves out. Some more black pepper. We're going to use the same spoon technique as last time. There we go. Number 2. And number 3. He says that we really want to see it in the mix, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually add a little bit more black pepper than what it initially calls for. I'm surprised that his recipe doesn't call for salt, but I mean, this is still plenty flavorful for what it is. Mix together the flour, panko, and spices. You want to see them in the mix. All right, well, let's see if we can see them in the mix. We probably don't need to actually add, I know he says we need to see them in the mix, but considering we also already added a fair bit of cayenne pepper and black pepper to the white sauce that we made that's currently chilling upstairs, we probably don't actually need that much more of those two. That's why I was saying earlier that I was down to, like, you know, mix a little bit more of our garlic powder in here. Really want to make sure that it's well integrated. All right, looks pretty good. I'm just gonna add just the tiniest teeny weeny dash of additional garlic in here, just to make sure that it's nice and garlicky. Not everyone in my household is necessarily gonna love that, but I need to kind of offset the other flavors a little bit. All right. Okay, looks good. If you got full chicken wings, cut them at the joints and cut off the little thing no one eats. We don't need to do that because our chicken wings are already entirely pre-cut. With one hand, put a wing in the egg bath and then drop them into the flour mixture. With the other hand, cover the wing in the mix and pack it tight. Shake off the excess mix and place it on the parchment-lined baking sheet. Okay, first things first, we're actually not going to need this thing at all. We might need it later, but not really. It's not that essential. So we're going to put this out of the way. I'm going to grab one of our baking sheets. I think this might be the only baking sheet we need, actually, which is convenient. So we're going to have to clean less at the end of the day. Just going to put the measuring spoons over here. Let's go ahead. We're going to actually go out of our zoom out because it'll be easier to see what's going on here. You know what I think we're going to do? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to actually move our chicken wings so that they're over here, up above. Actually, you know what? Maybe it might even be good to actually bring in the full top-down view just for this segment. And we're going to have our egg wash directly underneath them. And then we're going to have the thing over here, and then the thingamabob is going to be over here. We're going to grab ourselves some parchment paper. A second, I'm going to cut off this little bit at the end here. Okay, and I think that's about good. Okay, I think that's all taken care of, which means that it is time to start preparing our wings. So I think we're just going to do this real simple. Actually, I'm wondering, you know what? Real quick, I'm just going to be right back. I'm just going to do a real quick hand cleanse. Not that my hands are especially dirty, but I think that considering we're going to be wiping them and all sorts of stuff, probably wouldn't hurt to just give them a little bit of a quick cleanse. I don't know if from here you're able to hear the water running, but know that water is indeed running. I also splished a little bit of soap on my hands so that they're actually cleaned and not just rinsed. I forgot I actually have a dish towel over on this side of the table that I should probably use to dry my hands with. Okay. All of that is taken care of. Probably put the dish towel in a more noticeable spot. So let's go ahead and let's start. Oh, no, wait, no. We got to reserve this hand for the egg wash. Also, you know what? Just to give you guys a little bit more chat real estate, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring the image of the chicken wings out. There we go. There we go. Chicken wing number one is breaded. All right. It's going to be a little bit of a slow process, but as you can see, it's not especially hard. It's just a little laborious, you know, coating them one by one. Coating them one by one and also making sure that, you know, your hands don't get too gunky in the process of doing this, because you don't want that. There we go. Number 3, we got ourselves a flat. That's why I immediately put the flour on them the moment they're in the bowl instead of touching them directly, because that way I avoid getting the egg wash on my hands. And there we go. I saw the news earlier today. I know this is not really a gaming stream, but I saw the news earlier today about the Disney Fortnite collab. It's exciting stuff, but also it's a little disappointing, yeah, that we've not really seen a whole lot of Kingdom Hearts representation in Fortnite. I suspect it's a very real possibility that we never will, but you never know. Here we go, number 5. I'm gonna really try to do my best to pack them in there, because if I can take care of all these wings on just this one baking sheet, that would be incredibly clutch. And again, means that I don't have to clean that much afterwards. There we go. Number 6 is done. I'm craning down a lot, so I need to make sure that my neck is properly stretched and accounted for and doesn't have too much strain put on it. Here we go. Now that I'm looking at the wings, it is actually looking like the wings are beginning to populate the baking tray a little bit faster than I thought they would. Which means, in fact, we might actually have to use a second one, but I mean, I'm not that upset. It is still just a little bit like you were kind of hoping that you could rely on the convenience of just one of these trays, you know? Didn't quite work out that way. There we go. How many of these things we got left? We got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've done 4, 8, 10. So we're almost halfway there. In fact, after this one, we will have done half of them. My hands are both real dirty, but I just want to bring the chat back in on my phone. There we go. I'll have to clean my phone a little bit later. There we go, halfway there. Yeah, unfortunately, we're probably going to need to use our other baking tray. Oh, Master of Splits 180 says, the Super Bowl isn't till Sunday. You're 4 days early. First off, hello, Master of Splits 180. Welcome to tonight's stream. Second off, well, I respect anyone and everyone that enjoys the Super Bowl. It seems like we're in for quite an exciting game this upcoming Sunday. As it would happen, I don't watch the Super Bowl. In fact, this upcoming weekend, I'm actually going to be at a family cottage in the Eastern Townships, away from it all, not watching the Super Bowl. And so for me, it doesn't matter when I do or don't make my wings. I'm making them now because I feel that way. But this would actually be a good wing recipe to make for the Super Bowl. In fact, that is a good point. Something I didn't, real talk, I genuinely did not think of that when I conceived the idea for this stream. Let me bring my face back into view because I realize that I've been just showing my arms for a little while now. Hope you're having a good day, Master of Splits 180. I've been I managed to take care of a lot of pretty important improvements that I wanted to take care of ahead of tonight's Kozibear's cooking stream. And so I haven't been like worrying too much about the stream that you're kind of currently watching. However, I have been very busy and worrying a little bit about some improvements that I'm going to bring to some of Respawning Fire's programming. Later on this month, I'm going to be recording another episode of our kind of rotating monthly game shows. And I'm actually planning on bringing a lot of new stuff to that particular episode. And I need to further properly plan out everything that I'm going to do there. Because I have a lot of ideas in mind, and not everything is going to necessarily work 100%. Master of Splits 180 says, I know not everyone is excited about the Super Bowl, but they will always be excited about food and beer 100%. 100%. My hands are a little bit on the... This would have been good if I had, like, properly put the parchment paper down on that baking tray ahead of time. Let's just... I'm going to grab myself a paper towel. I'm just going to wipe down the egg mixture off of this one hand. Do as good of a job as I can with the other hand. All things considered, they're not that dirty, but it's not great. I'm just going to move this out of view temporarily. There we go. Looks great, though. I'm going to bring our other one back into view. Here we go. We're going to cut ourselves a new piece of parchment paper. And there we go. Perfecto. All right. Oops. It's not supposed to grab it with that hand. It's supposed to grab it with this hand. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left to go. I'll probably start by putting them in the center this time around so that they can be closely spaced together and can radiate and benefit from each other's heat while they cook in the oven. Go. Oh shit, I forgot I was not supposed to do it with that hand. All right, well maybe now I switch up my hand. So I'll put in the egg wash with this hand, and then I'll cover it in the flour mixture with this hand. There we go, just 6 more. Turns out, in fact, the amount of egg wash that we had right here was actually just as much as we needed, which is nice and convenient. Oh, wrong arm. Gotta forget. Crisscross applesauce. There we go. That wing is taken care of. Here we go, just 3 left. 3 left, and we are ready for the oven. Actually just got a text from my family that the oven just beeped upstairs, so it means that it is ready to rumble. Here we go, final 2. Go. And there we go, the final wing. It's a nice chunky wing as well. Lots of chicken meat on this one. Now, let's just use both hands at this point. It's not a huge difference. And we'll just rearrange these so that it's a little bit more like that. There we go. Okay. Gonna go ahead and we're just gonna scrape off some of the excess flour mixture. Into the bowl like this. That's good enough. We'll wash them a little bit more when we're upstairs. For now, we just want them clean enough that we can grab the trays and it's not going to create a huge mess. All right, and so referring back to the recipe, shake off excess mix and bake for 20 minutes at 435 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to go upstairs, put these in the oven, and then we're going to come back downstairs and play ourselves a little bit of Pokemons for 20 minutes. Be right back.
I hate your lies. You know I really do. But you don't care. You treat me like a fool. He wants to play around, but I don't wanna play another game. I had enough, and I know I'll be losing my head, I'll be losing my head. Yeah, I had enough, and I know I'll be losing my head, I'll be losing my head, baby. Gonna fall again. We are all the same, we bleed just like you. Yeah, we bleed just like you. Won't you understand? We aren't toys. We aren't toys. He wants to play around, but I don't wanna play another game. Enough, and I know I'll be losing my head, I'll be losing my head. Yeah, I know, and I know I'll be losing my head, I'll be losing my head, baby.
Back at it like a bad habit. Sorry? Yes? All right, here we go. Back at it like a bad habit. Sorry for that interruption. Before we go any further, I just want to say real quick that remember that you can enjoy this stream that you're currently watching over on twitch.tv/Kozibear Live every Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time between January 31st and March 13th. I appreciate however it is that you choose to support the show, be it by following, subscribing, or an honest-to-goodness tip. But if you don't have any loonies or toonies to toss my way, it's no big deal. I'll still be here no matter what. Last time, in Pokemon Recharge Yellow, which is a recreation of Pokemon Yellow made in the... what is it? Wait a minute, is this where I saved? I don't feel like this is where I saved. Hold on. Yeah, this is definitely my team, but it's a little bit weird. I thought we were supposed to get the Pewter City. Oh, you know what? Maybe I might be misremembering things. We are supposed to get to Pewter City, but we're not actually there yet. So we will be making our way to Pewter City, though. Before I forget to do so, however, we got to start our timer. There we go. Weedle is a Pokemon that we have not yet captured. I'm going to apply a little bit of Thunder Shocking. I was concerned that might knock it out, but that actually was about as much damage as we wanted to do to it, so that's going to be A-okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I was concerned for a second that we were out of Pokeballs, but we actually have just enough. As usual, if anybody in the chat has any suggestions of what we should call Weedle, I am definitely all ears. Often found in forests, eating leaves, it is a sharp stinger on its head that injects poison. Alright, if there are no takers, we're gonna call this guy... Beer, in honor of what you enjoyed during the Super Bowl, alongside wings. Ooh, look at this. We have ourselves a little Pokeball over there, although it's probably going to be some other item. Oh, shit! A Butterfree? Straight up a Butterfree? I mean, we might as well try and see if we can capture it, but it might be a little bit tough. Don't love this Butterfree sprite, by the way. It looks a little fugly. Oh, shit, confusion. And it's stronger than me. Oh, no! Bye-bye, Butterfree. At least we leveled up a little bit. Ooh, here we go. We have ourselves a Kakuna, which of course is the evolved form of Weedle. I might as well... You know what? In fact, I'm going to weaken this guy a little bit, and then I'll switch to someone else in my party who can definitely benefit from the experience points. Hold on a sec. I'm going to send in Jules. Although Jules' Vine Whip won't be able to do like great damage against Kakuna because he is a poison and bug type, his Vine Whip is a special attack in this gen, which means that his Harden is actually not going to have any effect on how much damage it does or doesn't do beyond, again, the type resistances. There we go. There we go! Congratulations to Jules for having such a solid level up. This guy's a trainer, so let's go ahead and let's switch Mank to the front. I think that even if our opponent has a little bit of a level advantage, we should be able to score in a few hits before we have to switch into Pikachu or someone else to finish the battle. Here we go. Watch him get poisoned. Oh, no poison. No poison. Ooh. Come on, Mank. Come on, Mank. I know you can do it. Come on, Mank. I know you can do it. And down Weedle goes. Look at all those experience points. Not enough to level them up, though. Alright. I think maybe Caterpie can win this. And by that, I mean I think he can win against Caterpie. Not that Caterpie will prevail against me. So many string shots. My god. Come on, Mank. I know you're better than this. And there we go. Congratulations to Mank, who is now a level 7 Mankey. Oh, I forgot that this guy's a trainer too, but it would make sense. It would make a lot of sense. We'll probably want to switch out Mank at the beginning. That is a level 8 Weedle as well. Okay. Butt Hugger. I and I'm really throwing you into the deep end here. Oh, shit. We're not good. Okay. What do we have in terms of potions? We have 8. Perfect. Ah, come on. Come on. I'm assuming the Butt Hugger will still be faster than Weedle. There we go. Right. For a second, I was like, don't I have Quick Attack? But I don't think I have that move yet. And goodbye to Weedle. I'll keep in Butt Hugger for this next one, just to speed up the process. Come on. Okay, if I need to keep out Butt Hugger for one more battle, I mean, I can always do so pretty easily. Oh, shit. I can probably send in Mank to actually finish this off if this Kakuna only has Harden. Of course, Mank is going to, face a bit of an uphill battle because Harden will make it so that his own attacks are not as, strong, but if it is just a war of attrition, I will win it. Oh, shit. Here we go. This is going to go fast. It's a good thing I am leveling up Mank and Bellsprout, because not even realizing it, those two Pokemon will come in useful when I eventually get to Brock's gym, because they will actually be super effective against the Pokemon that he has in store. And goodbye to Kakuna. Oh, I don't have any items to heal Pikachu, don't I? I do have potions, but I don't have any antidotes. Oh, there we go. Convenient. It's like the game programmers knew exactly what I was likely going to experience at that point. That guy, at a distance, that guy did not look like a trainer, but from experience playing this game, I know better. Okay, I'm gonna have Butt Hugger finish this guy off. Ding. And... come on. Come on. Now this is a good question. Now that we actually have Quick Attack, do we even want to... You know what? Let's delete Tail Whip. We've never used Tail Whip. I don't think we have. I think Quick Attack will come in more useful, being a nice little bit of tech. Jules. We're going to go ahead and see how much damage Jules will do with his Vine Whip, and when we've had enough, I guess we can just swap him out for someone else. Ooh, that's not a lot. Alright, Butt Hugger, you're back out. Give Jules the free experience points that he so desperately needs. And Caterpie number 2 is down. Alright, we're pretty much just going to go straight to Viridian City, not Viridian City, Pewter City at this point. Along the way, if there are any particularly weak enemies, we will battle them and take them down, and hopefully won't get fainted in the process. But we're not really going to focus too much on grinding just yet. You know what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the Pewter City Gym. We're going to challenge Yield Gym Leader Brock. Or rather, no, we're not going to challenge him. We're going to challenge some of the trainers in this gym, see what level their Pokemon are at, and based on that, we are going to decide whether or not we need to do a little bit more on the side of grinding, or whether we're pretty much okay to, you know, challenge him right away. It's too bad that I didn't put out Jewels right away, because I just realized with growth, which I can use to increase my special attack. I can actually take this guy pretty much all by myself. I'm pretty certain that I can. I'm going to use one more growth, and then we will be good. Okay. Not a huge amount of damage, but I mean, a few more hits and it'll be dead, so it's not going to be a big deal. And goodbye to Metapod. There we go. Jules, welcome to level 8. At some point, you'll learn an attacking move that isn't a grass type move, but until then, enjoy the nice little buff. Come on, come on, let me attack. Ooh, there we go. I didn't think that I was going to actually level up from that, but lo and behold. Unfortunately, we ran out of PP. Oh, shit. Ah, goddamn. If I had... Wow, I was about to be like, can I maybe, like, get rid of enough PP that I can use Struggle, but I have to use Growth 37 more times. I'm going to switch Butt Hugger in to finish him off, although I could have switched in Mank. I didn't really think that through. Goodbye to Metapod. Okay, we got one more trainer at the very end. We take care of him, and we are scot-free. Ooh, Metapod. These guys are always basically just free experience points. In fact, you know what? Let me just see. How close are you to leveling up? I'm gonna switch in and out. Switch in Jules. Make it so that the game remembers that he participated in this battle. And I'm gonna switch back out to Butt Hugger. And have Butt Hugger take care of the rest. Alright, here we go. Last guy. I hope he puts up a little bit more of a fight. It's another Weedle, but this time it's at level 10. You could have evolved him by this point. He could be a Beedrill. But for whatever reason, he didn't see fit to do so. And that's it for Viridian Forest. I've not been talking to these NPCs too much, but I just am curious. Anything interesting that they have to say? Not really. And here we go. We're in Pewter City. We're not going to spend too much time chatting with people. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to head into the Pokemon Center. Nurse Joy is going to heal our Pokemon for us, which is very nice and very convenient. And let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put Jules at the front of the party. We're going to head into Pewter Gym, and we're going to see how much of a level mismatch there is between Jules and whatever it is that Brock has to throw at us. I feel bad for the dude at the front of the gym that provides tips, because normally he's so excited to see you there and so excited to be like, oh yeah, hey, this is what you need to do to pass the gym. I wonder, we have 4 minutes left. Can we? Wow, if that Geodude went down that fast, is it possible for us to beat Brock before the next 4 minutes elapses? Because if we can, I'd say we should go for it. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got just a little under 4 minutes left on the clock. Jules just learned rap, and we are going for Brock. We're going to show this guy that he never, ever, ever should have stood in our way. Oh, shit. Come on, Jules. One hit. No! Come on, Jules. You still have plenty of power points. You can do it. There we go. That was close. Oh my god, that's a lot of experience points. All right, Brock. Duh. 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 Nah. Duh. Duh. Nah. Duh. Duh. Nah. Duh. Da da na 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 na. Oh no, shit. Crap. That was a bad move on my part. I should have just attacked him right away. Alright, well. So much for saying that I was going to be able to beat Brock on this attempt. Now, low kick is actually a pretty good move against Brock as well, because it is not only fighting, but also a move that gets much stronger proportionally to how heavy Brock's Pokemon are. Thing is I don't think that Omanyte is a very heavy Pokemon, though. Although, I just realized something. After I use this attack, I'm going to switch into Pikachu, because Pikachu will actually be able to do decent damage against this dude. We have less than 2 minutes, but I think we can still do it. But we really have to play things close to the chest here. Come on. Thundershock, Thundershock. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Omanyte, you can't stand a chance. No! I thought for sure that was going to do more damage. Okay. Oh shit. Here we go, here we go. We can do this. Okay. Pikachu, Thundershock, Omanyte's down. Last Pokemon is probably going to be Onix. We can't do a whole lot against Onix, but we can get in a couple of hits of return, chip down its damage a little bit, and then we can potentially finish him off with Mank. It is level 15, though. That is high. Ooh, yeah, this is not going to be good. If Bellsprout... We should have just attacked right at the beginning with Bellsprout, not tried to boost itself a little bit. Alright, Mank. Onix still isn't the most powerful Pokemon in the world. You can do it. Oh shit. Oh shit. If Onix makes a bad move choice on this round, we can win this. Okay. Ah! So close. So goddamn close. Well, we're going to just send out these Pokemon, but they're immediately going to die, so it's nothing that we can really do here. That was so unbelievably close. If that move had just... If Onix had used Bind twice in a row, we would have won. I feel bad because, I mean, Pikachu just fainted in battle. He's definitely going to lose a lot of affection for me. Alright. And with that, our timer is sounding. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to go upstairs, check up on our wings. I'm going to also just reset the timer while I'm still here and while I haven't forgotten about it. And then we will be right back for a little bit more Pokemon. The chicken wings are in the oven. They've been successfully turned over, and we increase the oven temperature to 445 degrees Fahrenheit, which means that we are ready to begin our second core of our little Pokemon adventure over here. I'm pretty pissed that we lost to Brock there, considering that we could have so easily won had we made a few more good choices, but... And we hope you excel. Huh, they don't normally say that. Let's see here. Jules, Butthugger, Mank. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to head to the... Excuse me. Patch of grass over here. We didn't encounter any Pokemon here earlier, so I'm just going to spend a bit of time leveling up our party. Might only level them up by, like, a level. Oh, an Oddish. We have not actually encountered an Oddish yet. If it survives this, I'll try to capture it. You know what we're going to do? I know this will divide up our experience points further, and it means that Mank won't get as much, but I'm going to send in Butthugger to do a little bit of electricity damage. There we go. Oh my god. It's gotten this so many times. I think that that's its only attack. Alright, there we go. There we go. You are mine. And lo and behold, we have captured ourselves an oddish. During the day, it keeps its face buried in the ground. At night, it wanders around, sowing its seeds. Again, if there are any takers in the chat for suggestions of what we should name this, by all means, let me know. But if there are no suggestions, we're going to call this dude PP. PP. All right. Mank, you still are due to level up. By the way, I've determined that the very slight differences in Pokemon's appearances appear to entirely be random. It doesn't seem like there's any like logic to them appearing slightly brighter because it's the daytime or slightly darker because it's nighttime or what have you. Yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to level up Jules to level 13. We're going to level up Pikachu to level 13, and then we will be on our merry way. Well, how much damage will Wrap do? Not a lot. I bet Vine Whip will do more damage. Yeah, I was right. Goodbye to Rattata. Come on, Oddish. Ugh, this is going to be excruciating. I want to say that in a previous run, I want to say in my Leaf Green Nuzlocke run from last year, I taught my Bellsprout how to use Return. Oh my god, are you kidding me? It missed? How can you miss? I definitely taught my Bellsprout there how to use Return because it was just too excruciating to have it only know Vine Whip. All right, one more. And goodbye to Rattata. There we go. There we go. You know what? I'm actually going to head back into Viridian Forest because there are probably more Pokemon that'll be able to take out more quickly as Pikachu in Viridian Forest. Let's see here. Summary. Because you have a lot of those like Metapods and Kakunas, for example, that instantly are killed by Pikachu's electricity and also don't put up any resistance when they use Harden. You have Oddish, which I assume that I'll be able to just take care of with Return. Oh my god. What an annoying move. What an utterly annoying move. All right, Metapod, give me a lot of experience points. Just 51? It's not that much. Oh, man. It's funny. I thought that, like, we were going to spend the entirety of the second half of this Pokemon segment venturing further in the direction of Mountain Moon, but now it seems like we might not actually get there. If only our grinding here wasn't so slow. That's why we need those trainers. Those trainers provide us with the valuable experience point gains that we need. There we go, Kakuna. All right, I'm just going to exit Viridian Forest, and I'm going to trust that I will encounter a wild Pokemon in the little patch of grass over here that will be able to provide me with the extra little bit of experience points that we need to top ourselves off. Oh, come on, still? All right, one last one. Come on. Let's go, boys. Bellsprout. There we go. All right. Brock, here we come. So this time around, Bellsprout's still going to go first. Presumably, with its slightly increased special attack, Bellsprout will be able to one-hit KO Mankey. We're going to switch Pikachu in to take care of Ammonite. If Pikachu ends up dying, we'll try to switch in Mankey next and see if Mankey can finish him off. And then we'll keep in Mankey. If Mankey is still in play for Onix, let him die naturally to Onix, and then we'll have Bellsprout take care of Onix. Here we go. Goodbye to Geodude. I mean, in fact, it's probably better actually if Jewel stays in for Ammonite because it is, you know, twice as effective. Oh, Ammonite is actually slightly faster, which is not what I was expecting, considering it's like a sea slug. Oh, shit. Oh my, no! Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Ammonite is faster than Bellsprout, and it knows a move that makes it flinch. What the fuck? Alright, well, same as last time. The only thing is that this time around, Mankey's not as hurt, so maybe Mankey's low kick can take care of it. Probably should have done quick attack there. What's unfortunate is now that Butthugger died a couple of times, its return is actually not as powerful. Alright. Oh, come on. Oh, shit. We can do this. We can do this. Oh, fuck. Unless it does bind, no. Ah, fuck. Fucking fuckballs. I should probably just take the other Pokemon out of my party, honestly. They just exist to waste my time, and I'm not going to use them, so... Also, I just realized I probably could have used a potion, actually. All right. Can't believe this. I literally said at the top, oh man, we're not even going to have any time to spend going to Mount Moon. But now that's probably going to be true. Goodbye to Geodude. Stick to the plan this time. We send in Pikachu. This Ammonite is like a real killer. Like, it really throws a wrench in the rest of the boss battle. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. How is it that fucking strong? Oh my god. Come on, Jules. Take him out. There we go. Okay, level 15. We are stronger than we've ever been. We now have sleep powder, although it's probably not going to be convenient to use it. But in any case, I think we can do this. Oh, shit! We can do this. Ladies and gentlemen, we can do this. Oh, wow. Even if it had gotten that other tackle in, it wouldn't have been able to stop us. Thank you very much, Brock. And now we're going to skedaddle off to Mount Moon. We'll have to capture some Pokemon to use Flash with. Let's see, about 5 minutes left on the timer. Just 5 minutes left. And we are going to head upstairs and take care of our wings. Let's see here. Right, I'm probably going to want to switch. Actually, you know what? Let me put Mank at the front. Mank will be able to appreciate the experience points. But will Mank be able to take on this guy? Ah, god damn it. I hate this Pokemon. And of course, it only has Absorb, so it's just going to continue using this attack over and over. Oh my god. Oh my... Jesus, Joseph, and Mary Christ. You know what? Let's use ourselves a Thunder Wave. Not Thunder Wave, Thunder Shock. soon is it until we get ourselves a Charmander? Because I really would appreciate a Charmander by now. By the way, are we playing on hard mode? I don't remember. I want to say that we are. I think that might be why we had such a tough time with that boss battle, but I mean, hey, this is what I wanted. I wanted a challenge. Okay, here we go. Just a little under 3 minutes. Oh, shit. It's a double battle. This is unusual. This is not something that was present in the original version. Actually, there were a few double battles. Wow, and there's a lot of Pokemon to go around, too. Oh, shit. I'm going to swap out Mang for Pikachu. Now I'm going to have it use Vine Whip on Caterpie. I think this little double battle that we're in right now, this is going to be the last battle that we'll do before we go and get our wings, because we only have about a minute and 30 seconds left. Goodbye to Caterpie. Jules is now level 16. Amazing. Oh, shit. Okay, Butterfree can do a lot of damage with that confusion, so I'm hoping that we manage to get Sleep Powder in. There we go. Now we won't have to worry about Ekans doing any more attacks. Here we go. There we go. Butterfree is down. One more Pokemon. Amazing. I guess we're going to send out Mank now. Wow, amazing that Jules is still hanging on. I probably should have done that on Ekans. Alright, just a few seconds left and then the timer will be over. But like I said, we're going to try to finish off this double battle, which is going to happen momentarily once we send Mank out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Ekans, you are finito. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. This battle won't let me quit. Pikachu, Mankey, knock him dead. Amazing, by the way. Mank has not leveled up. Maybe he will after this, actually. There we go. There we go. That was all... Karate Chop! There we go. The perfect note to end our Pokemon segment on. We're going to go ahead and we're going to save our game. And we are going to go ahead and we're going to grab our wings and bring them downstairs. I will be right back. back at it like a bad habit. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves some chicken wings right in front of us. And let me tell you, they look pretty good for the most part. There's a couple of them where it seems like the breading perhaps did not fully cook as much as it should, but most of them otherwise look pretty good. These ones in particular, I don't know, maybe it's because they were spaced a little bit closer together, and this one look especially good. So, and let me tell you, they smell good too. And so yeah, warm up your sauce, dealer's choice. When the final 20 minutes is up, pull the wings and put them in a big old bowl, toss them with the sauce. So that's what we're gonna do, but we are actually going to put a little bit of our sauce aside. Now you're probably wondering, why is it that we would put some of our white sauce aside? Well. You are just gonna have to wait and see. I am realizing now, having read the instructions a little bit more closely, that it actually might not have been a great idea for us to have put this thing in the fridge. It did say that we were supposed to chill it in the recipe for this sauce. But, you know, according to Greg Miller, in fact, that's not what we should have done. We actually should have... in fact, we actually should have warmed this up, or at least kept it at room temperature. Probably should have kept it at room temperature. That probably would have been the best course of action. Okay. So you might have noticed right here over here that we removed the salt and pepper from this bowl. What we're going to do, real simple, is just we're going to pour just a small amount in this bowl. That's probably enough. There we go. And there we go. Now you're probably wondering, what are we planning on doing with this small amount of sauce in this bowl? Earlier I said in the stream that we had used all of the ingredients that we were planning on using in the stream. However, that actually was not entirely true. Give me just a second to put this chicken wing thing on top of that one. We actually have one ingredient that we've not yet used, and that ingredient, ladies and gentlemen, is blue food coloring. Now you're thinking, wait, blue food coloring, what the heck do we need that for? Well, you're about to find out. You are about to find out. I know things didn't go exactly according to plan last time we used blue food coloring, but I think that things will work out differently this time. There we go. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put that aside over there. Now we're going to grab our wings. And we're going to put them all in this nice little mixing bowl. We're going to go ahead and we're going to zoom out. Give ourselves a better view of the action. There we go. And we're going to stack these on top of each other like that. Actually, you know what? In Greg Miller's chicken wing recipe, I know we don't have a ton of wings to work with, but he does recommend trying out these wings without anything on them, just as is. So you know what? Greg Miller, in your honor, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do just that. We're going to have ourselves a little wing by itself taste test. See how this goes. Not bad. Not bad. But I think that this is going to be better when we have the white barbecue sauce on these. Not bad at all, but I think we can do ourselves one better. Okay. Now, in Greg Miller's recipe, he poured the entirety of the sauce that he was working with in this bowl. We're just going to pour like a good portion of it, but not all of it. See how that does. Is this? It's not too warm, not too cold. All right. Greg Miller really shakes up the bowl in the original video in which he makes these, but I don't feel quite as confident because I feel like I might splatter things everywhere. So I'm going to just do my best with a spoon. Okay, we're going to need a little bit more. Okay. Still not using all of it, but I really want to make sure that we can properly coat these things. They're all nice and milky white. Okay, I think that's good. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make ourselves a little bit of room. Just going to push the stream deck out of the way here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put our wings on this plate, like such. Maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a spiral fashion like that. Might have to drizzle a little bit more of the white stuff on them, actually. Make sure that they're all properly coated. There we go. We're going to start filling in the center. You've guessed by now what my master plan is on this. You can let me know in the chat. If not, if you don't know what my master plan is, keep watching. So it'll soon become apparent what the plan is. Okay, there's one wing over here that we weren't really able to fit into this thing. I'm going to use some of the sauce that's on the bottom of the bowl right here to cover up some of the imperfections here and there. I don't want it to get too saucy though, so I'm not going to go so hard. I wonder if we maybe have enough space. Can we fit this in here? Or maybe, what if we substitute this guy for this guy? There we go. I think that's the solution. All right. Just a little imperfection there, a little imperfection there. And there we go. I think that's good enough. Good sauce, by the way. All right. taken care of. Now I know you're probably wondering, okay, looks good, looks great, but certainly there's something else to this. Certainly there's a reason for you making that blue bit of the sauce. And oh yes, there is. Oh yes, there is. We have right over here one of our icing pipers. You might remember that we used these a lot during the cake episode. We're going to go ahead and we're going to actually pour a whole lot of our blue icing in here. Not blue icing, our blue barbecue sauce is what I should have said. There we go. Looks about good. And next, very carefully, we're just going to cut ourselves a little hole at the end here. There we go. It's starting to drip already, but that's okay. And now, need to concentrate for a second there. And et voila. We made the Kind of Funny logo out of chicken wings and sauce, although it's a little bit hard to see from this angle, unfortunately. But we did it. We did it. Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one way that we conclude this stream, and it's by having one of our chicken wings, the one that got away from us, so the one that didn't really fit into the bowl. So let's go ahead and let's eat that right now. Okay. Okay, now that right there is a chicken wing. Without the sauce, not that good. With the sauce, oh mama. Unlike last week's meal, this one is a real winner. With that, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning into tonight's stream. Remember that this is season 4 of Kozibear's Cooking, and that new episodes of it are currently streaming every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/Kozibear Live from now until March 13th. You can also watch past VODs about this season and the entirety of season 3 of Kozibear's Cooking over on YouTube at youtube.com/@Kozibear7231. And if you want to keep up with me outside of my streaming efforts, you can find me on both Twitter and Instagram at AlexKozina. That's ALEXKOZINA. Actually posted an image of the previous cake dish that I made the other time over on my Instagram account. As is tradition on this channel, I'm going to be closing out tonight's stream by rating one of my fellow content creators. So let's go ahead and let's see who is currently available. Let's see here. Arash currently has 2 viewers. Let's go ahead and let's join them. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.